In a world where the marks think they know better than the wrestlers and the bookers, the Fantasy Booking Institute exists to pretty much do exactly that. This is a visit from the FBI.
This is Dan the Dad, and you should listen to Raw and Order or you're grounded.
Welcome to another episode of the Fantasy Booking Institute, your weekly source for pro wrestling fantasy booking. I am your host, Detective Mark Smarks, and I am joined, as always, by my partners in crime fighting. Starting off, District Attorney Vincent Kayfabe. What's going on, man? How are you?
I'm good. Yeah. Pierce Brosnan's still the second best James Bond.
Depending on who you ask, yes. Until Henry Cavill takes over. Also joining us from up north, RCMP JLB. What's going on, man? How are you?
It goes. I didn't realize LA Knight was on the show. That was extremely. Yeah. Oh, damn.
I tell you what,
no spa tonight? Didn't
spa.
have a spa tonight? Didn't feel all sleepy?
Oh,
sleepy after a spa?
did your spa have a stair slide? A slide that you assemble on your stairs?
No, unfortunately.
Because that thing's fucking awesome, man.
I mean, it was a pretty big place. We didn't go through all. There was like 4 floors, so we didn't go to all.
Imagine taking a slide down all those floors. That would have been so much fun. Smarks, you gotta get one.
Dude, I can barely handle actual stairs anymore. You put a slide on there, that's just a recipe for a disaster. That's a broken hip waiting to happen.
So much fun having that thing now.
It's a broken hip waiting to happen. I already got enough broken.
You sound like you're in a better mood than Sunday.
I'm definitely in a slightly
Things have
better mood than
changed
Sunday.
this week.
Well, things have changed mostly because the reason for my foul move Sunday night is no longer in the house.
Yeah. Well, and work has not demanded you
Work
take
has
the
not
unpaid promotion.
The guy who's behind it, this isn't a solved thing right now. The main guy who's behind it is out of office this week.
Oh, so that's yeah.
So he can't push the thing anymore until next week. So I can be in a good mood this week. Next week might be another fucking story.
Wow, that's 2 F-bombs in the first 5 minutes, man.
Yeah. I've given up being monetized on this channel. You know, I gotta be honest. It's like for YouTube, fuck that. We'll stay unmonetized.
But I see someone had put a no cursing rule. One job.
I haven't accepted it yet, so it's not fucking happening right now. No,
Who's that asshat?
Well, it's someone who happens to be wearing an AEW hoodie right now. But okay, so here we go.
Very comfortable.
Here we go.
No swearing for 17 seconds.
Manage reward requests. No cursing for 10 minutes starting. I'm gonna wait until it says 6, so it's easier for us to say.
Fuck yeah! Let's fucking wait for fucking minutes.
Fucking do 15 more fucking seconds of shitty fucking fuck.
Swearing damn shit, bitch, motherfucker.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
We got 5 seconds.
Yeah, 3, 2,
Fuckity
1.
fuck.
Okay, no cussing for 10 minutes. Till 16 on that clock. Okay.
Who starts out that way?
Yeah, really.
Thanks, fan.
What sort of?
It's a person who just likes.
What sort of stupid
Fan.
doo-doo face would
Doo-doo face
start
is,
off?
Doo-doo face is very. You can't use lighter synonyms to swear. Okay.
Nope. It's not swearing. I could write doo-doo in any chat box and it would not mark it as swearing.
Yeah, so frick you.
Yeah. What the frack do you think you're doing, man?
Oh.
Anyways, so yeah, I might come in next Monday and realize that it's going to be a really, really poopy face day.
And that Tuesday is going to be ultra fun to cast. Oof.
Yes.
We're going to have a grumpalump.
Yes. So to bring you up to speed, since you weren't here, I'm just gonna give the cliff notes of it. I show up to
Yeah,
work
because you
last
spent
week.
20 minutes talking about it last week.
Yep,
Or
I had to get it off my chest. Cliff notes. I came into work one day last week. Me and the other person in my area got notified that that the person who did a different job than us and recently had quit, that they have decided they're not going to hire a person to replace them,
Oh no, but give you guys more work.
and that we were going to take that person's duties, which again are a different job entirely than
Completely.
ours.
Oh wow. Okay.
you said duties.
And more specifically, we were going to take that entire section's job duties. I said it again, and do it in addition to our own work for no additional compensation.
Wow.
$0 additional.
That ain't right.
And me and my coworker both said, I'm not doing more work for no more money.
Right.
Right? If you want us to do this, give us more money and pay us and we'll do it. It's not that I don't have a problem with doing more work for the company. I just don't work for free.
Right.
And the interesting thing is you have an employer who gave you a contractual job description.
Yep. Which I still have. So, but even without that, the simple fact is, even at McDonald's, if you're a fry cook and they want you to move up to start manning the grill or whatever, there is a pay bump to do that. Every step is considered a pay bump, right? These people wanted us to take a whole another person's job that previously was actually getting paid more than me, right? Important to also note that a month ago, they were like, this is worth X number of dollars a month. And now we're not going to pay anything for it. And we're going to expect these two people to do it. And they came to us at one point and they said, we need you to see this as an opportunity.
Oh shit. Here we go.
And I say, opportunity doesn't pay my bills. You know what does pay my bills? Dollar bills.
This is true.
I saw you got your favorite card, Jay Lethal.
Hey,
Frankie
let's talk
Kazarian's
about it.
not true.
Frankie, but he's not there anymore.
But he's not there anymore. You're right. He's off in Impact now. Oh,
Two-time
Ricky Stocks.
Yep, two-time Jericho beater.
And JAS.
Yes.
Currently injured.
Yep, out with a rib injury. I know she's expected back soon because they're advertising her for one of the house shows in April. So,
Tag team card. The Lucha Bros.
Hey. Wait, and did I miss something? Jay Lethal is still with AE Dubs. What are you talking about?
no, but the next one was Frankie Kazarian. Who's
Oh, okay. Yeah. Fair.
Another one no longer with AEW. Did they
Tony
ever
Blanchard.
find him? Did they find him?
Yeah,
He just didn't want to do it
he
anymore.
just didn't want to do it anymore, I think.
So just rando didn't show up.
Mm-hmm.
Got a canvas, and I need to say before I do this. Raw and Order! The Acclaimed have arrived!
Nice.
Sesame, Daddy Smocks!
I
by
want
the
to
by
Yeah,
the
me
way,
too.
All right. Yay.
Oh, there it is.
Ah, nice.
And a main feature is Matt Jackson, which is probably not one of the best main features you can get because it's not the whole tag team.
That's fair.
yeah, you ever want someone to say to them, "Hey, switch places today and do it from the other side," so they're like, "Oh wait, no, I gotta."
They're confused.
I get, is this the way I go? I go this way now?
they would know where their brother is, though. Like, they just have to.
I mean, if they were doing it on virtual, and then we, for
they've
some
been
reason,
for-
can't get
for-
used to the.
For almost 20 years, they've been standing in the same positions, doing it in the same direction,
Yeah.
Every time, at every fan signing, at every event that they perform at
second
every.
nature at this point.
And so, yeah, it's so second nature. I wouldn't be surprised if they were like, "Yeah, let's do." Oh wait, no, I gotta do it on this side. Looks like we got 1 hydrate-ish, 2 hydrate-ish, 3 hydrate-ish. That's 4, 5,
That was 2.
6. I believe we're stopping at 6.
Kudos. Good old water. See, these guys are, or just maybe Smarks is drinking something not so healthy for you. But
Yeah, I had my Fiji, fella.
yeah, there we go.
This is water imported, never been touched by human hands. Human plastic it's been touched by, but human hands has never touched this. Also, likely at some point in the world's history
Jesus.
was urine.
Yes. I always tell people, remember, every drop of water that you drink was at one point dinosaur pee.
Not a guarantee that it was human pee, but likely some type of
Some
pee.
sort of pee. Yep.
It also all was likely at one point blood, too.
That's legit. If it was pee, it was blood.
So, I look forward to drinking the blood of my enemies.
Nope.
Dinosaurs are your enemies? I mean, suppose you kind of
Man, frack dinosaurs. I had to check the time.
So anyway, well, this is FBI. What do we
This
do
is
here?
FBI. This is fantasy booking. The rules are really simple for fantasy booking. If you're new here, we're gonna take turns challenging the other to book some unlikely and unknown and often impossible situation in the world of fantasy professional wrestling. We do not discuss them in advance because we think it's more fun this way. Also because often we don't think about them in advance because we got other stuff to do during the day, and we just show up here. So I usually open the doors for everyone else to do it. Last week I didn't because I was selfish. And so this week I'm going back to opening the doors. If either of you wants to go first.
I mean, I'll go first. Mine is not necessarily a game, but it does tie into what might potentially happen to Bobby Lashley for WrestleMania, since we do know that Bray Wyatt is MIA. So
I would like to really quickly talk about the Bray Wyatt thing because there's one thing about it that's important to me, or at least important to talk about.
Sure.
This is twice in the last couple months that a report has come out stating one thing, and Fightful has reported on that, and then almost immediately, Sean Ross Sapp has gotten calls from a bunch of other people inside the WWE who say, no, it's something else all entirely. It's this, which to me just absolutely reeks of spin control. Like, because last time it was Vince McMahon is back involved in booking, and then instantaneously, like Sean Ross Sapp got calls from people who are in the know saying, nope, Vince McMahon's not doing anything. He totally is. He's not doing anything involved with booking. Yeah, he is.
I mean, I don't think he is in terms, unless it is the Omos scenario, because I think the other stuff doesn't stench of Vince.
Omos and the
right
Bray
now.
Wyatt both stench of Vince.
Omos for sure. Bray Wyatt. I guess, yeah.
It went back to the Muscle Man dance. Right? They literally dug up the old footage of the Muscle Man dance and put it out there, and then just photoshopped some pictures of Bobby Lashley onto it. But it was they didn't re-record it. It was literally the old Muscle Man dance from the Firefly Funhouse days.
Legit.
That 100% that reeks of Vince McMahon. And the Omos one reeks of it. I also would like to point out that if the report, like, because this was the new one, Bray Wyatt just walked out of the thing and left the house show and refused to do it, and he's left, and then instantly Sean Ross Sapp starts getting calls from people in the WWE. No, he's out with an undisclosed illness.
Oh, that I didn't even hear though.
He's out with an undisclosed illness now. No, he's not. He didn't no-show it. He didn't walk out of it. He has an undisclosed illness. Real.
Can you say undisclosed illness one more time?
It's an undisclosed illness.
I'm just making sure I had it right.
The illness has not been disclosed. It is
changing it up on us.
an undisclosed illness. It's not been disclosed.
Not. There's no disclosure for said illness.
There's not been a disclosure yet for the illness.
So it's safe to say the illness is also just unknown.
Yeah,
unannounced. It's an unannounced illness.
And they haven't disclosed it yet.
Yes.
And so because of that, to me, that just reeks of, again, spin control. The news has gotten out that it's gone one way, so we've got to contact Sean Ross Sapp as insiders in the know and explain it a different way. And so they come out. And so, I'm liable to believe the first report still, because the other ones just seem like, let's cover it up. That's all I guess I'm saying is like.
Well, I mean, and also it does seem kind of still sketch because now Lashley wrote on Twitter, like, I worked too damn hard to not be part of WrestleMania and I'm here to fight anybody.
Yes.
So I'm like,
it's now officially considered an open challenge for WrestleMania. I'm sure they'll do something here. But Sean Ross Sapp on yesterday afternoon, Bray Wyatt is out of action with an undisclosed physical issue, WWE sources claim to Fightful. We haven't heard anything regarding rumors of creative issues, and one source denied it. We'll continue asking. But previous reports said he walked out due to creative differences.
Okay.
Creative differences. And creative differences...
Which would make sense if Vince was in power, because
would make a whole lot of sense if Vince was in power, because.
And Meltzer also reported, from what I understand, the match is still on for Mania. He should be back very soon. That's pretty much all I can say. There is something to it, but I'm not at liberty to discuss it. As far as I know, everything I've been told is that it's not a creative issue or anything like that. So. I don't fucking know. And then also this could just play into Bobby Lashley is going to face not Bray Wyatt, but Uncle Howdy or one of the other Wyatt Six. So it could still very well be within the realm of the Wyatt Six.
Yeah. Totally.
Totally.
But anyways, I just wanted to say that I just think it's awfully convenient that suddenly a whole bunch of people come out of the woodwork to deny these two claims, and I think they're related. That I think it's both because Vince is back involved. I don't think he's, like, officially doing any of the booking.
Right.
I think he's involved in the standpoint of saying things like,
Hunter, damn it, do it this way.
Hey, Hunter, you should totally book Omos versus Brock Lesnar. I know people want to see Brock Lesnar versus Gunther, but Omos is bigger.
And Gunther still doesn't have anything, right? At Mania?
Nothing's been officially announced because they've got a number one contenders match for this week
True.
on SmackDown. That being said, reports have it with Gunther that the plans for WrestleMania were made months ago and
Okay.
are still intact for it, and that that was before
The whole Brock Gunther.
any thought of a Brock Gunther thing happened, and that they're sticking with the old plans, and so I guess I understand that. Anyways, so back to your thing with the whole Bray Wyatt situation and everything. What's your challenge?
Well, I was. Doesn't sound good now that we just kind of talked about everything. But I was going to say, with Wyatt totally out of the picture, what would you actually end up doing with Lashley at WrestleMania? But it doesn't sound fun anymore because we kind of just talked about everything with Bray.
I mean, I think it still sounds fun because I don't think any of us on this podcast were particularly lining up to see Bray Wyatt versus Bobby Lashley. I don't think that was high on any of our lists.
No, that's fair. But we know he'll definitely be. Well, he's not even. That's it. But it's just messed up because they already had announced it, right? So Lashley has to be there regardless. So we can't just take. You can't just scrap Lashley out of WrestleMania. You've already full-fledged announced it. People may see that match. So excluding that it is a disclosed illness or that Bray can't be there, or that he's just upset with the creative direction and he's not going to be there. What are you doing with Lashley at WrestleMania?
So I still do not think the story between Brock and Lashley is done. I said it after.
Amen, brother.
I said it after Elimination Chamber. That the story that was set up at that point was Bobby Lashley coming out and saying, "I refuse to accept this as the end. I refuse to accept this as the final result because I was cheated out of the victory." And so, if you're going to do a Haas battle between Brock and Omos, why not make it a Haas three-way?
Big men slapping three meats.
Yeah. I mean, that might be a bit more intriguing.
Might be.
Would be for sure. As long as we have less of Omos.
Size with that.
You really
then
could.
It would take both of them to beat Omos.
Mm-hmm.
I still didn't believe.
Then you have them beat the hell out of Omos to the point that he's out of it, and we get the match we want at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
As long as we get less of Omos, I am golden. I did not believe for 1 second with Omos and Brock on Raw and Omos just head shrinking Brock out of the ring. Like like, no.
Brock had to jump 3 times to get over the ropes.
Right.
So true.
Oh man. It's just such a stupid storyline. It has to have Vince all over it. Like, it's ridiculous.
Heck, let's go full Vince on this.
Oh boy.
Let's go full Vince on it, and let's throw Braun in there as well.
Oh my god.
God.
I don't mind it because that's even more less even more less of Omos for me. So I'm good with it. The lesser the Omos, the better.
I do things a little different. So, the time it was done incorrectly was the first time. This is the time it's done correctly. I have Bobby Lashley insert himself into the world title picture. And so, I build the three-way match, which should be the match that happens. So that we have Sami Zayn, Cody Rhodes, and Roman in the match. 2 falls. First one wins, gets 1 title. Second fall gets the second title. And Lashley comes out and creates a feud with Roman by destroying all three of them, pulling Cody Rhodes on top of Roman for the first one, and pulling Sami Zayn on top of Roman for the second one. No, I don't like that. I don't like that because I want those guys to legitimately win.
Especially Cody Rhodes, yeah.
He comes out and destroys Roman, just Roman, and the other two complete a match with each other.
Hey, good news. Cody Rhodes didn't talk about his daddy in this week's promo.
Nope. No, he didn't. There was no daddy mentioned.
Oh my God! What if they do?
I also felt like KO said Rose instead of Rhodes.
I think they need to do.
Must be a Canadian thing.
Probably. Or a Quebecois thing.
Shut up!
I'm sorry. Go ahead. My apologies.
I think they need to do a play on Daddy Wasn't There with Austin Powers. Daddy won't be there.
Daddy wasn't there.
Change your underwear.
Change your underwear.
When Roman puts you down. That would be so horrible.
Yep, that would be bad. That would be a Vince move. That you took.
I did go a little
Smarks' Vinnie Mac whole theory and really added to it there.
Yeah.
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 But yeah, there's got to be something to that whole Wyatt thing and him being pissed. And we have seen and known Wyatt to just abruptly leave if he's not liking something because he's such a creative individual. If he can't really get what he wants, that just means Vince is really so much more in power than we know.
Wait, did you just say something about getting what you want?
Give me what I want.
Yeah,
because that was 3 years ago. I'm sorry, 4 years ago on Saturday.
It's amazing to me. That's only 4 years ago.
Saturday. Oh, I know. It feels like it was
because
ago.
COVID doesn't, you know what I mean? Because COVID was 3 years. So, fuck.
You want to know an interesting today in history for today?
Is it
today
wrestling history?
Wrestling history. Today was the 13th anniversary of the Sting versus Jeff Hardy Bound for Glory worst match ever.
Oh, wow. 13 years. See,
I
thought that was almost longer, maybe.
I don't know if I can say that that's the worst match ever. Have you seen this thing? They called it the Dog Kennel from Hell match.
I have indeed seen them both.
Must you bring that up? Must you bring that shit show, pun is always intended, up? God damn. Ugh. Can't believe you made us watch that, Smarks. It's all your fault. You know what you did.
It's our fault for hosting.
I watched it live, so I don't know what you guys are complaining about.
All right, so
I didn't have the foresight, the foreknowledge that it was shitty.
This is true. This is very valid.
I have 3 different options for the challenge. I can eliminate one by asking Smarks, are you going to use cards for yours?
No.
Ooh. Okay, so second one, do you guys like singing?
I love singing.
I know JLB is. Smarks, do you think you can handle some singing?
I'd prefer not, but
okay,
you know,
that eliminates that one.
But, you know, I mean, I don't make the rules here, so you know.
Well, I was gonna do basically what we did last week, only you'd have to sing involved. So, JLB doesn't know what that is because he didn't go watch the podcast because he's a dick.
Facts.
So, so I will do this. I'm gonna do the 6 Wrestler Challenge only with AE dubs. Now, each of these packs have, hold on, I'm just going to open the top of it so I can count the number of cards.
You should say on the front of the thing.
8 cards. Perfect. So, you will also be allowed one person to be the nemesis. We're going to add nemesis to it.
Okay. So
Okay?
just to be certain, it's manager, main card, mid card, tag one, tag two,
jobber, and
jobber, nemesis, and pass.
And pass, yes. There's a pass. Okay. I guess the tag cards you can pick if they fill tag 1 and tag 2, and then you'll have 2 passes. So, if there's tag cards, there should be a tag card in each, so you might have 2 passes. You should have 2 passes. All right. 1, 2, 3. JLB, you pick first. You want number 2.
Numero tres.
You want this one. And I will take number 1.
1.
So, JLB, we're going to start with yours.
Oh.
Because that will allow me to build a cover for mine. So, your first card is Chris Statlander. Chris Statlander.
Thanks. So Nemesis is just like what? Enemy of the group, or just the one
Yep.
that's batshit crazy enemy of the group?
Enemy of the group.
Tag 1.
Tag 1. I'm going to write them down because I won't remember.
That's actually a good idea.
Stat. Your second card is Darby Allin.
Oh shit. Mid card for show.
D-A-R-B-Y.
Darby.
Your next card, Matt Hardy.
Jesus. We'll go with manager.
Hardy. We've got the Blade.
Pass.
Pass. We've got Kenny Omega.
Main eventer.
That's a good choice. We've got Malachi Black.
Ooh. Okay. What do I have left? I
Tag
just have
2,
tag.
Jobber, and Nemesis.
Let's go with Nemesis.
Nemesis. Matt Seidel, tag 2, and Jobber are left.
Shit. Let's do tag 2. Who's my jobber? Please let it be.
The Butcher.
Okay. Fuck. That would have been a great tag. All right. Butcher and Blade.
Yep,
all right.
passed on Blade, so
Yeah.
you would have had a
Okay,
tag.
really quickly, because I didn't get started right away. What was his mid card?
His mid card was Darby. Are you doing a spreadsheet?
Yeah. And then tag 1 was
Statlander. And
tag 2 was
Seidel.
Matt Seidel.
and then Jobber was Butcher, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Also, really quickly, Dead 19 Pool 74. Thanks for the follow.
Thanks, man.
Hope you're enjoying
Oh, man.
our wacky show
Mike,
so
we
far.
don't
Thanks,
No,
individual.
Yes, individual person.
Person.
You ready, Smarks?
Ready.
Your first one. Lance Archer.
I'm gonna start off with Nemesis.
Ooh.
Okay.
That might come back to bite me, but I'm gonna start off.
That's not a bad one though at all.
No.
Hangman Adam Page.
Maine.
Oh shit.
P-A-I-G-E. Nope, no E.
No E. No I.
P-A-G-E. We've got a Jade Cargill. Remember, she does lead her own faction if you need.
Yeah. I'm debating on that. Now you know what? I'm gonna take a thing. I'm gonna put her tag 1.
Okay.
Jade. We got Nick Jackson.
Tag 2.
No, I think I'm gonna do that for mid card.
That stinks because you just got Luchasaurus.
Luchasaurus will be my tag 2.
L-U-C-H-A. You've got Santana and Ortiz.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna actually just pass because I don't have a tag spot open, and
Nope. You have Jobber. You get to pick between these two for Jobber.
I have jobber and manager.
Manager.
Oh, and manager, yes. That works out very interesting. Red Velvet.
Fuck, I don't want her. I gotta put her as jobber because, God, I like her, but I don't see her as manager. at
This
all,
is where
so-
things get really interesting.
Oh wow.
Boom. Okay.
So, yeah. He's going to manage his own guy against himself. Awkward. Okay. Packet is still sealed, you can see. I'm going to hold it up here like this. This is the front, and they come out from the front top. So, I will just pull them out one at a time. So my first one, out for Pete's sake, is a tag team.
FTR.
FTR.
Oh,
I will fill
shit.
in my tag teams with FTR.
That's fair.
Jeff, he got screwed. He didn't even get a tag team card. But he did have Butcher and Blade both in there.
Yeah.
I've got Trent Beretta, who I am going to make Jobber. A lot of confidence in the AEW roster when you're making Trent Beretta. But speaking of more tag teams, we got Chucky T.
Oh wow.
Shit. Of the two, I would have chose Chucky T to be the
Jobber.
jobber. I'm gonna pass on Chucky T.
Damn.
It would have been really fun to have chosen him for Nemesis.
That would have been, and I thought about it, but I didn't do it. Keith Lee.
Hey, nice.
That's my gold card. Mid card.
What is he doing right now?
Nothing.
Well, he just came back from his injury, and he's forming a team with was it? Andrade. Ooh, that's a nice card.
Nice.
Elo.
Who did he form a team with?
Dustin Rose, no? Wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Dustin Rhodes. It was,
Andrade's my nemesis, by the way.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Ooh.
Smark still has Archer. I don't know if I can beat that.
I have a Malachi Black.
Penta El Cerro Mero.
Damn.
Manager or main?
Oh, fuck.
I feel like based on the cards I've had so far, I feel like I'm going to lose the main event. So I'm going to put him in the main event.
So who is your manager?
2 cards left.
2 cards left.
Oh, bro, you had a
Griff
pass
Garrison.
Oh,
Yeah, because
shit.
I had an FTR.
Because he had a tag, so you could
Okay.
pass on 2.
So I'm going to pass on Griff Garrison, who I wish would have been my jobber.
Mm-hmm.
Making my manager, Matt Jackson. Not so bad. Not so bad.
Nope.
Still probably doesn't win over Hardy. All right, so in the main event, or in the manager category, we have Hardy, Omega, and Matt Jackson. I think that's probably solidly Hardy, isn't it?
I don't know. I mean, because Omega ran the Bullet Club.
That's true. That's true. Matt Jackson's played second fiddle, so I know mine loses. What do you two think? He's got big money Matt versus Bullet Club Kenny. JLB, do you?
Yeah, but
agree
was
that
Kenny
Omega
really a
beats
jobber, though? He wasn't.
him? It's not jobber, it's manager.
Oh, manager. Ooh. Yeah, no, Kenny.
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 Omega wins that one. Good job, Smarks. Main event, Kenny Omega. Adam Page or Penta. Again, I'm pretty sure I lost there.
Here's the deal. I'm an Adam Page fan. I want Adam Page to come back and be the world champion again. All of that
Kenny
stuff.
Omega has multiple times been the best wrestler in the
But
world.
yeah, Kenny Omega.
Kenny Omega
I
has
also
too
would
many
like to point out
accolades.
the statistic that I mentioned to you on Sunday. There have been 10 5 or more star Meltzer rated matches in AEW history, and Adam Page accounts for 4 of them. And Omega is only in 3, and the Bucks are only in 3.
Really?
Hangman Page is in 4 of them. Now, one of them is against Omega. One of them is tag teaming with Omega versus Omega. And
But
one of
also,
them's
it took him to
one of
make
them's
the-
against Bryan Danielson.
Right.
But that's not to diminish his role in them. It's just, I don't know, important. I think it's hard not to say Omega in this case.
Yes, I would agree.
Yeah.
Mid card, I have a shot here. Darby, Nick Jackson, and Keith Lee. The only one who's held mid card gold is Darby.
Yeah.
Unless you count
Unless you count tags or
NXT,
trios.
because Keith Lee
Was
held
the
the
NXT
North
champion,
American
yeah.
Championship
And NXT champion.
and NXT, so it was both main and mid there. I'm just gonna go and say Nick Jackson is the weakest of those 3.
Yeah.
You're bowing out.
So yeah.
There is something to be said for the talent of Darby, but at the end of the day, Keith Lee is fucking Keith
Keith Lee is a phenomenal wrestler, though. So just for pure wrestling, Keith Lee would take it. Yeah.
Statlander and Seidel versus Jade and Lucha.
Oh my god.
Luchasaurus versus FTR. Do we need to talk here?
FTR. Yeah.
It was
mean,
luck that
FTR
card came out early.
FTR is the best tag team in the world, arguably. However,
You don't know how good Statlander and Seidel would be?
well,
That would be pretty fire, though.
Or Jade and Luchasaurus?
Jade Cargill and Luchasaurus would be so powerful.
Might be fun.
And do you think Cash or Dax are gonna hit a girl? Right. And so I think
There's
they,
arguably the best tag team in the world, but
I think regardless of them being the best tag team in the world, they're
I
probably
want
the
to see
first
a mixed
eliminated.
trios.
and then there's going to be it's going to be down to Powerhouse Statlander versus Powerhouse Cargill, Flip-de-Doo Seidel versus Powerhouse Flip-de-Doo Luchasaurus.
Sure,
I'm just saying.
sure.
I'm just saying.
Sure.
I'm
In
making
your
an
drunk-
argument.
In your drunk little world, that works.
I'm
FTR
just-
still wins, but I don't think
I'm not giving it up. I just had to make my argument.
these are the only 2 points I'm getting. Let me have them. You guys will battle it out for the rest. I promise.
Well, I mean, technically it's 3 points, and that's why I'm fighting it.
I only have 2.
Well,
Yeah, but that's
I'm-
your tag. So
Yeah,
It's your
I'm
tag.
not- it's not 2 points in tag. No, just 1. Okay. The Jobber. I have Butcher. Smarks, I don't remember what you had because
Red
I
Velvet.
wrote the word Jobber.
Red Velvet.
Red Velvet. And Trent.
So,
Wait, who did I have for Jobber?
Butcher.
Butcher and Blade.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say this much. Out
Red
of those
Velvet
3,
lost a lot.
Red Velvet's the only one who's legitimately started off as a jobber. Like,
Yeah.
she was brought in as an enhancement talent to work on Dark.
We all like
a
her
bunch.
a lot more than that, and she's developed a ton.
And
at
she's
the end of the
developed,
day,
and she
she's
now
a-
is legitimately mid card, right? But I think of the 3, the better jobber.
I mean,
I-
who do we want to lose out of those 3? It's the Butcher. Mm-hmm.
Although
Don't come back on our TV.
I will point out he looks way more badass now that he shaved his head.
Now that he shaved his head, yes.
Yeah.
Now just to
But
get him,
but
to
I will
stop
give
doing
you
that.
I will give you Red Velvet, making the score 1-2-2.
Now, just to get him to drop that stupid duck walk that he likes to do around the ring at the beginning.
Now Nemesis is a fun one. We have Aleister Black, Malachi Black. My
Yeah,
apologies.
one job.
Malachi Black, Lance Archer, and Andrade El Idolo.
This is
All
fucking
3 of
fire
these are
match.
fantastic heels. I would give it to Lance Archer in most scenarios as an individual.
If Malachi Black wasn't there.
If Malachi Black wasn't just an absolutely chaotic fucking group leader of another group.
So I'm gonna say at least this much. Can we all agree that Andrade's out because he probably just took his ball and went home anyways?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
baby.
Like, he
He's
hasn't
just a-
been
he's
back
just-
since, huh?
He's just a baby. And very, very Rusev or Rusev of him. Not Rusev, but yeah, him.
Miro.
Yeah.
Miroslav of him. I don't like him enough to give him points for being a great nemesis. I mean, he married a hottie who's super irritating. So I'm jealous and not jealous at the same time.
And sexist all at the same time.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like those times when you're scared and horny at the same time.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my god, I'm so scared under these stairs.
I mean, I hear that happens to some people.
What a horrible thing. That's terrible. Anyway, so it comes down to Malachi Black and Lance Archer. I think if it was just an individual, if you don't have all the psychological stuff that comes along with Malachi Black, I truly think Lance Archer wins. He's just gone and destroyed people. That said, I do think you have to give this to Malachi Black.
Yeah, there's just too much behind Malachi Black, and the problem with Lance Archer is he's phenomenal in the ring, but only sometimes when there's something building with him in terms of a storyline. When there's nothing there, the problem is Lance Archer has been coming out so often than not with nothing behind him. You know what I mean? Aside from Jake Roberts. But then there's still no fucking storyline. So I think Malachi Black would have to take it for at least having longevity with his character and what he's doing, more so than Lance Archer.
So counterpoint, if Lance Archer wins, then we actually have a winner in this game instead of a 3-way tie.
Also, counterpoint. We'll do a tiebreaker and take mine out of it. We'll go back to those two. Or back to the tag teams.
Oh shit! The tag teams is a tough one.
Yeah, that's where it's the toughest. So, if we do give it to
Well,
Malachi Black, where it actually belongs, we'll do a tiebreaker.
Yeah, but
And
Smarks
mine
is
will
a
be-
selfish asshole and just wants to win now instead
So
of going into
counterpoint. If we take yours out of it, then it still probably ends up a tie because Darby wins mid card and I would win tag. So it still would be 3-3.
Well, then we have to take your passes and put those against each other.
And times
And we've got
tying-
Santana and Ortiz versus Blade. So then you would win.
tying's like kissing your sister. I mean, so I hear. I don't have a sister, so
Wait, you've been kissing my sister?
Oh Jesus!
What's wrong with kissing my sister, man? I mean, I wouldn't do it, but you got a problem with that?
my wife doesn't like it when I talk about it.
All right. So, on a legitimate level, not worrying about the tie or not, Malachi Black's the better nemesis, isn't he?
Yes.
But counterpoint.
So we have a three-way tie. Smarks has already said that Darby takes the mid card, and Statlander and Seidel lose to Jade and Luchasaurus, which I'd have to give him. Yeah, he's right on that.
Yeah.
So then we go down to the people that were passed on, which is Santana and Ortiz, owned by Smarks, and Blade, owned by JLB. Not owned. You don't own people, but
Yeah, that's
sounds
we
horrible.
literally had a war about that.
that sounds horrible.
Yeah.
In their packs, and so Santana and Ortiz obviously beats Blade by himself. So even if they hate each other,
I don't know. I still think Blade wins. I think San Andrews hate each other so much that they can't get along. Blade just ends up
let it
demolishing
go.
them.
Let it go. Let him have a win.
See,
he never wins in these games.
That's
He
not true.
never wins in these.
not
No,
true.
I
I don't think that's
always
true.
win those games.
I mean, also counterpoint. Santana and Ortiz were a tag team together for 10 years before.
I only have one wrestler to your tag team. That's
Exactly
not
why
fair.
you lose.
Yeah, but you also got to pick your pack first.
Yes,
So-
that is why you lose. You lose. Game over.
Okay, you can take the W. Happy Sparks.
Yes, very happy.
Oh,
Well, that's fun with AEW because of that random tag team that can possibly be in there or not in there.
Good.
I'm just looking at my stack of duplicate cards.
Are they
That
pretty stout?
that
that-
if somebody
If we get to 10 subscriptions.
10 new subscribers right now. That is the stack.
That's almost your whole head in size.
Yes, but not an ego,
But not any.
including. a
And we're
really-
talking about the top one, not the other one.
Oh, yeah, it's way bigger than the other one. It's about the right girth, though.
Oh Jesus!
It's a little
So
fire.
you're not storing those in the bottom of a tuna can, is what you're saying.
No. I mean,
God help us all.
I could try.
I knew something smelled fishy.
Yes, Mark's desire to win that smelled fishy.
What do you call a fish with no eyes? A
What do you call the oldest joke in the fucking book?
No,
No.
it's not the oldest joke in the book.
What's the oldest joke in the book? Does it involve a knock-knock joke?
This is it's what politicians use all the time, which is, "Hey, look over there," and then they do something to you.
That's fair. Or hey, what's on your shirt? Boop.
Yeah.
So in not directly fantasy wrestling booking news right now, but still worth talking about. Did you see the Bella Twins have removed the name Bella from their social media,
Ooh.
and they're now just going as the Garcia twins.
Meaning they're not letting Vince get paid for it no more.
There's a lot of speculation that this is a sign that
Saudi Arabia's
their their
buying.
deal is off with WWE entirely.
I guess, yeah. Well, weren't they already not with WWE though? They had maybe a Hall of Fame thing, but that's it.
They had a Legends contract, but that Legends contract is likely expired. But it also means no more Total Bellas TV show.
What am I going to do with my... What night of the week is that on?
Thursdays, I think.
What am I going to do with my Thursday nights now?
Not
Watch
Total
Impact. Duh.
Bellas. I mean, yeah.
There's that idea.
Which, by the way, you guys should try and go find IWS versus GCW. Show that happened on Saturday. I know I'm sounding like Necro Eric, but I had watched it. And the fans bring the weapons match, Sexy Eddie and Green Phantom versus I forgot the other two names. They're GCW stars. But Nick Gage ended up coming in, and PCP Crazy F and Manny ended up coming into the IWS side. So it ended up being a 3 versus 3, and shit was bonkers stupid, but entertaining as fuck. I recommend you guys check
the
that out.
shit go bananas? BANANAS.
B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
They did indeed.
Second time I've gotten to say that tonight.
And light tubes galore, of course. And PCP Crazy F and Manny had to end up getting his ear sewed back on because at the end of the match, his ear was almost completely off. It was disgusting. So
PCP, are you referring to Pierre
no,
Carl Uyet?
PCP is
PCO?
just the drug, and his name is Crazy F and Manny. Crazy Man.
Oh.
Yeah. Not PCO.
Referring to the drug.
Well, that's part of his name. So, and he's also the owner of IWS, but he wrestles now.
You're the owner of IWS.
But is that shit bananas?
It was a good match, and also first time seeing Mike Bailey raise Speedball. Oh my god!
He wrestles in Impact.
Oh, does he? Okay. Oh, he's fire.
He is very good. Very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice. Okay. So we're talking really quickly about the Legends deals and stuff like that. So I'm going to go to my challenge to you guys. This is the annual version of this challenge, apparently, because we are getting really close to the Hall of Fame ceremony. We have one official Hall of Famer announced in
Rey Mysterio.
one Rey Mysterio.
I can't believe Ray didn't accept the challenge. Come on, Ray. Do it.
I'm never gonna fight my
Fight you, son.
family.
Never gonna fight you, man. I still love you, son, regardless of everything.
I told you I'm never gonna fight my family.
Something's definitely gonna happen in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, no, there definitely is, I believe. But anyways, so and then there's some rumored next people that we could talk about.
We'll find out one tomorrow on the bump with Ric Flair.
We'll find out one tomorrow on the bump with Ric Flair. Exactly. If you would like, if you do not know who the rumored one is, I can spoil it for you, or you could continue to be surprised by it tomorrow.
Are you're Muda, no? You're referring to Muda?
That's who it's reportedly. Yes. So I guess I'm not going to spoil it because you are.
Sorry.
So yeah, reportedly, Ric Flair himself asked to be the one to announce Muda, and theoretically be the one who presents Muta into the Hall of Fame. Which, I don't know, I guess makes sense. The real person that should be the one to present Muta into the Hall of Fame wrestles for the other company, so I guess I understand. But
Who's he talking about, you may be asking? It's Sting!
dang. But anyways, so Flair's a good second choice, I guess. Right?
Did they have a lot of matches against each other or something?
Flair?
And Muta?
Flair and Muta had some matches, but in WCW, Sting and Muta
Thing was
was the
A feud.
the reoccurring feud over the years, and so it only would make sense to do that. But you know they're not gonna let Sting into a WCW or WWE Hall of Fame ceremony right now because
AE dubs.
yeah, they're petty and AEW is another company and they're not even know. Ain't gonna do that. So, but that still leaves potential open spots. Now, there's another rumored one, or at least speculated, I should say, to be entering the WWE Hall of Fame. Reportedly, they are working on a contract with them, but it is not finalized. So, if you don't want to be spoiled, I won't mention it.
Spoil it. Spoil it. Do it.
Do I have
Spill the
to
beans. Spill the tea.
spill the? Let's just say her legs go all the way down.
Hey, Stacy Keebs.
Wait. Don't everyone's legs go all the way?
She's got legs and she knows how to use them.
Is it me? I also know how to use my legs. I walk with them.
I sometimes forget how to use my legs.
Yeah, me too. I sometimes stumble.
What if I stumble?
I try to walk away and I choke. Try to walk away and I
Now
stumble.
stumble.
So I try to hide it.
It's clear
The world's come
when you are not here. Yep.
Anyways, that's
was
enough of
fun.
my crappy Macy Gray. But anyways, but that still leaves room for a few more. So I want you guys to each pick, let's say, 3 more wrestler Hall of Fame entrants, and then at least one for the celebrity / pop culture wing.
Ooh, back and forth?
Sure, we'll do back and forth. That sounds like fun.
I'll let you go first, bud.
I don't think he's in the Hall of Fame yet. I think now is the perfect time to induct William Regal. Since he's with the company.
Just 1 second, and pulling up the Hall of Fame just to make sure. I do not think William Regal's in the Hall of Fame. You're correct. So that is a good choice, but I'm just triple checking.
List of every WWE Hall of Fame ever. Andre, Arnold, Bobo Brazil, Buddy Rogers, Chief J.
I mean, if he
Strongbow,
went in, it would have been
Will
in the last
Monsoon,
5 or 6 years.
Hulk Hogan, Roddy Piper, Cowboy Bob Orton, Jimmy Hart, Mr. Wonderful, Nicola
I'm gonna say
Volkov,
he's not
Iron
in.
Sheik.
It's
I
fine.
don't think he's in.
Then I'm back to 2013, and he's not in it yet. And there's no way they put him in before Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels. So, okay, William Regal.
I am going to go with... Is $1 Million Man in yet?
Yes,
I believe he is, yeah.
Was put in 2010.
Well, fuck him then.
Oh, I think the Tennessee judicial system is gonna take their swing at him anyway. So
I'm gonna go with Sid Vicious. I don't think he's in yet.
I don't believe so, but I'm just gonna.
Nope. Doesn't look like it.
Okay.
It was believed he would go in 2022. He did not.
Pat Patterson's already in, no?
Oh, I'm relatively certain, but
Yeah, Pat Patterson was in 96.
yeah, like I said, I was pretty sure that
Yeah.
was a long time ago.
I imagine Dusty is. Yeah, Dusty was for sure.
Yeah. Da, da, da. It's all about finding when.
Yeah, American Dream Dusty Rose 2007. Okay.
Yep.
So this might not happen just due to his what happened afterwards, but just all the trouble he's gotten into. But Bam Bam, and doesn't look like he's on this list. So I think
It's a great choice.
yeah. Just so you know, you can use the command find, put the name in, make your life a little easier, good sir.
I have. I am going to go with Raven for his time in WCW.
That's fair. He's currently not doing anything. He's not an impact. He's nowhere to be found. So
You're nowhere to be found. Sorry, I get defensive for no reason.
that's fair. Oh, is he just for shits and gigs? Because I would love him to be there. Let me see. Oh, damn it. He's already in. I wanted to say the Iron Sheik, but he definitely was already in. I got to rewatch his Hall of Fame speech because I feel like that must have been hilarious. Okay. Who else? Are the So a little controversial, but since he's still technically with AE Dubs. Never mind. I wanted to say CM Punk. We'll have the fallout of another extra fallout on a hot mic on CM Punk. That would be hilarious. Fuck it, they're already in. Is it already in? Hard Foundation as a group is already in, right? We did see that a few years ago.
Yeah, but let me figure out exactly when. Yeah, sort of. Heart Foundation went in 2019, but it's specifically defined as the Heart Foundation, Bret Hart, and Jim Neidhart, not the Heart
dirty.
Foundation as a whole group. And
That's
I think there's part of it because Owen Hart's
Owen's widow, right?
won't allow him in the WWE Hall of Fame. They have to jump through some hoops with the Hart Foundation. So,
Oh, okay, fair.
and in terms of wrestling as a tag team, Brett and Jim did wrestle as the Hart Foundation, so they could do that.
So I'm gonna.
It is a fantasy booking. You can have whomever you want. If you want to put Owen in, put Owen in.
He has a point.
Yeah, no, that's fair. So I'm gonna say Owen Hart because I think he deserves to rightfully be there.
No, I wholeheartedly agree with that. Another person who deserves to be there, regardless of her love for garbage cans, that is not there, is Alundra Blaze, i.e. Medusa.
Snap! She's not in the Hall of Fame yet.
Yep. It's because she wouldn't sleep with Vince.
I mean, on that note, after watching the AEW thing on China, having China just separately there without DX also would probably be worthwhile doing. Because now they're okay with naming China and so on. And unfortunately took so long afterwards because of all the videos and whatnot. But if you guys haven't seen that AEW special, it's a tearjerker, but also very well done. Yeah, you know what? I kind of want. Are the Rockers in it already?
Now you're on a celebrity. Just so you know.
Celebrity? Okay, fair.
You've done 3. Now you have
Nope.
to do a celebrity.
Fair enough. Dun, 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 dun.
I try to say goodbye
And I choke.
Try to walk away and
I stumble.
You know, I try to hide it.
It's clear. So totally didn't remember Pamela Anderson was in WWF at one point. That's crazy. Yeah, you know what? who better than a celebrity than Logan freaking Paul, baby?
Wow, already.
Already. Well, because is Bad Bunny in it already? Bad Bunny's in it already. No?
No, it's just a little weird to do that.
No, you're hyping up the show with Seth from Mania the next time. Or you do Johnny Knoxville. Johnny Knoxville could work.
Give me one second.
A little too soon.
I would say a little too soon, but I also want to make sure he didn't get snuck in at one point. Because there was a time they did some like weird celebrities. You know, after they got through the main celebrities, they were like, fuck, we gotta give it to Ozzy Osbourne.
Right.
William Shatner. We'll do it to him. Kid Rock, because he performed a couple times.
Jesus, Triple H was in it for 3 times, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Because Mike Tyson went in it in 2012. Vince is already in it.
I got mine. Yes.
Oh boy.
My celebrity's gonna be so much fun.
Oh Jesus. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna switch mine to Joan Jett. Because she was there. She performed at WrestleMania 35. And Joan Jett deserves more credit.
Okay.
Although I think it was for fucking the Rousey,
Doesn't matter. She was there.
but she was there.
If Ozzy Osbourne can get in for performing theme song once.
That's fair.
I can even tell you which one it was. It's all my life I've been over the top. I don't know what I'm doing. All I know is I don't want to stop.
Mm-hmm.
Just thought I'd give you the guys that. Mine is a celebrity who did have a wonderful music career. Didn't perform anything at WWE. I was gonna do Limp Bizkit, but I chose not to.
I feel like they might already be in, actually.
No, as far as I've seen, they're not.
No.
Nope.
And then my brain kind of went, well, maybe I could do a David Arquette because he is a former WCW champion.
That's who I was thinking, so.
And I decided against that because there's a match coming up for a certain United States Championship with Austin Theory versus John Cena. And I think if Austin Theory enlisted a little bit of help the night before from an inductee, a Hall of Fame inductee, that him showing up out in the ring against his former nemesis, John Cena, gosh, that'd just be a lot of fun. So inducted in the 2023 WWE Hall of Fame is Kevin Federline. Turning on my camera so I can celebrate.
Touche.
Yeah.
Wait, he was in WWE at one point?
He had a feud with Cena.
Oh my God.
Because they were both white rappers.
Jesus Christ. Beats John Cena on Raw. Oh God. I erased that from my memory.
My first thought was Snooki. And I was like, I ain't putting Snooki in the Hall of Fame.
You put Federline
Regardless of
name?
Yeah, well, because it goes with the storyline.
That's fair.
I mean, you have Austin Theory be the one who inducts him and everything. Oh. It's the best crappy storyline ever.
I still am 100% on board with the idea of David Arquette, though.
Yeah, I don't blame you for that
David
one.
Arquette would make the most sense. Yeah, that'd be hilarious.
Well, I mean, you can induct him twice. You can induct him as a celebrity and as a former
WCW World Heavyweight Champion. Speaking
See
of,
if you can get Jeff Jarrett to come back or Vince Russo.
Yeah.
And do the induction.
The name that I think belongs to be in the WWE Hall of Fame. He's already kind of in it as part of a tag team. But I think Big Papa Pump, holla if you hear me.
Just by himself is Big Papa Pump?
Just by himself.
I think you could also do the same with Rick.
The genetic freak.
I mean, I'm down for just to hear him on the mic again. Mm-hmm. And this time not talking about cows when he sees when he's with Randy Savage. Oh, goddamn.
That would actually make me that much more invested in the Austin Theory and John Cena match. Like I'd be like, oh, he's gonna get involved now. This is gonna suck. I gotta watch it.
I mean, it could also just very well be Ronda Rousey too, huh? She was a celebrity technically, and she became a wrestler.
We don't do a whole lot of active wrestlers being inducted.
Yeah, except for the current only person announced for this year,
Rey Mysterio.
I understand, but he also shouldn't be active at 64 years old.
No, I mean, I agree.
He's still good, though.
He's
still
not
good. He's not 64. Yeah. Like, calm down.
I mean, I agree with you. To me, it's just really weird for someone who's not only still an active wrestler, but in an active feud that will very likely have him wrestling at WrestleMania.
His first match as a Hall of Famer.
Oh. 48.
I just don't like that.
He's still young, guys. And his full name is technically Oscar
Gutierrez.
Gutierrez Rubio.
Wait a minute. His real last name is not Mysterio?
I know.
Yeah. Here's the really fun, interesting thing. Because us old fuckers know him as Rey Mysterio Jr., right? Except his father was not Rey Mysterio Sr. That's his uncle.
What?
I remember hearing about that on the DVD.
His uncle is Rey Mysterio Sr., or more specifically, just Rey Mysterio. And then he got the permission to be Rey Mysterio Jr., and then his cousin, his uncle's son, decided to be a wrestler, and he has to wrestle as El Hijo del Rey Mysterio, the son of Rey Mysterio.
Huh.
How pissed would you have to be? How pissed would you be if your father was a world-famous luchador, and you decided you wanted to be a luchador, and you couldn't be that junior because he gave it away to some other fucker?
To your cousin.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm telling you what, that's a feud waiting to fucking happen.
I don't know why we don't have Rey Mysterio the Third.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Necro's here. Hey, Necro. I'm doing a fair bit better than I was before.
We have JLB here. He'll come on camera for you.
Yeah, JLB actually is here today. And he actually was talking about independent wrestling.
I'm pretty sure you watched it. IWS versus GCW. That last main event, 3-on-3, it being fans bring the weapon, fuego. And just in case if you were concerned, PCP Crazy F and Manny did end up getting his ear torn off a bit, but he got sewed back on apparently. So I think it was just a lobe, but he got it sewed back on. So crazy if you haven't watched it though. That main event was fire. Well, It was just nonsense, blood, guts, and light tubes, but good time.
I mean, were there any outside the box weapons? Dirty condoms?
There was a rubber ducky.
Rubber ducky?
A rubber ducky wrapped in barbed wire. Yeah, that was one of them. Plungers. There was plungers that were there as well, but that's not very uncommon. Yeah, just a bunch of random shit, but a lot of light tubes. And Nick freaking Gage was there as well to be part of Team GCW. So
nobody passed up a knife or anything though.
Oh no! Yeah, well, he had his lovely little pizza cutter. So that was being used, and a nice balcony spot as well.
Fans bring the weapons. There should have been a gun there. This is America.
No, it was in Montreal actually. So
I guess that makes sense. That makes sense. No guns there.
No, there's guns here, but you know. What did Necro say? There was also a shot of ICW No Holds Barred with an all-cage show and a show with chain ropes. And there was also Circle 6. Jesus. So it was a great weekend for hardcore wrestling. Goddamn.
You imagine getting cut with a terracotta pot. It'd suck.
I imagine you could tear a ligament with that.
Terracotta, a lot of little ligaments.
Tear a flesh open.
Yeah.
But nobody brought a Judy Bagwell to the ring?
Yeah, there was no Judy Bagwell in a pool.
No.
Fucking sucks.
Or a car. Like, here's the keys to my car. Go get it and run them over. I mean, it works.
Fudge. Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, fuck.
Nobody handed out a katana. Disappointing. Wrestling fans are the type of people who would own katanas.
Those terracotta pots, they break into most sharp shades I've seen.
Jesus. Yeah.
I don't know why my arm went up. Weird.
Ooh, if you're going to do it, I mean, just go straight up Ninja Turtles. 4 of you come in Ninja Turtle shirts. One person hand a bow, one person hand a katana, one person hand nunchucks, one person hand size.
Oh. Technically, I believe Psy is already plural, so it's just Psy. A pair of Psy.
Mr. Linguistic.
I don't like you sometimes.
Here's also a fun fact about Psy. They are bludgeoning weapons. They are bludgeon weapons.
They're designed to hit people with?
They're designed to hit people with, not stab them. They're not even sharp enough to really stab.
However, conveniently, they do come to a point, maybe not a sharp point, but a sharp enough point that if you shoved it in somebody's abdomen, it would kill them. Or it would cause severe damage.
It could. You'd have to push really hard because most of them are actually literally blunt on the end. Like you might as well stab them with a metal chopstick.
Why didn't anybody bring metal chopsticks?
Yeah.
That's a fair point. There was those things that they use, those crazy sticks. He threw a bunch of those sticks onto Manny's head and they stuck in his head, but I forgot what they're called.
The pot sticker like sticks? The skewers?
The skewers, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So there was that.
Necro says, this weekend we got No Man's Land Wrestling If It Bleeds show from New Jersey, looking great. Pit Fighter X16, going to be bloody. There's a GCW show in New York. Most Hype show. Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling Grand Princess 2023 in Ariake Stadium. If it doesn't have Maki Ito, I don't care.
You're very angry inside.
Because she's fucking hardcore.
Nobody brought a bear.
Seriously,
more specifically,
a moose. This is Canada. Bring a moose.
Bring a moose.
Or if you want all the Canadians on your side, bring some Canada gooses.
Canada Gooses.
Yeah.
They
I
make
believe
for laugh. They're like
called
us.
Geese. Okay, not
No,
gooses.
Canada Gooses. Don't you talk bad about Canada Gooses.
Hey, and listen, you got a problem with the Canada Goose. You got a problem with me, and I suggest you let that marinate.
Straight up.
They made for laugh.
Yeah, it does have.
Oh, it does have Macchiato? Okay, yeah. Yep, so I'm all in. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to watch it. Cause
Her and Yamashita are facing. Okay, so Yamashita, I believe, was the same Yamashita we saw on GCW, who's the hardcore ultra-violent hardcore champion. She was also at IWS, but I'm not sure if it's the same Yamashita.
I mean, Maki Ito is MDK all effing day. So,
like Yamashita, it's not Maki Ito.
No, Maki Ito's partnered with Nick Gage recently.
Oh, really? Oh, Jesus.
It's been a whole storyline of her idolizing Nick Gage and coming out to help him and stuff.
Oh, not Rina. Nah, that'd be wild. It's Maya Yamashita, the one that was in AEW.
Oh, so much wrestling.
Or as we like to say here in Nebraska, wrestling.
Speaking of wrestling, WWE 2K23 is out, ladies and gentlemen. If you pre-ordered it, unless you have to wait till Friday.
I bet Necro's streaming that.
I streamed a little earlier today. Did a little bit of the...
Yeah, but you suck at video games. He's good at them.
Ouch. That's fair. Fair point, though.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a very good point. I don't want to belabor a point, but that's a good point.
You know what?
It looks like me and Negro will have to go against each other. One on one.
You know what's not a good point?
Oh, Jesus.
The tip of a sigh.
That is not a good point.
It's definitely.
I mean, it's a good point that it's not a good point.
Correct.
To be pointed at you. No, definitely right. It's no bueno.
Points. Look at that. She's MDK all effing day.
Hey.
That's just one of the Makito Nick Gage pictures. Recent.
She's a big fan. That's what we're saying.
She even stole a mic from Nick Gage one time because Nick Gage was talking and she's like, "No, it's my mic."
Is she doing any more stuff with AE Dubs?
No, because she's too busy with GC Dubs.
That's fair.
I mean, I desperately want her to sign with AE Dubs. I want her to be there all effing day.
All effing day. Fair enough.
Because she cracks me up. Yeah, Makito is accepted in the game, but she only does the gimmick when she's in America. So in Japan, she's still her badass failed idol gimmick. I mean, you can be a failed idol and MDK all effing day.
That's fair.
I'm just waiting for fucking AEW Fight Forever, and it looks like I might be AEW Wait Forevering it because fucking GCW filed an injunction.
Right. And it's going to extend until like May, but it's not for any money or anything. It's just so that they can use it for
they've
charity.
Just been using GCW Fight Forever as a name of one of their shows, and they want to make sure they can still call their show Fight Forever. I suspect it'll get settled before it actually goes to a court or anything like that. But it's still, I'm like, we've been waiting like 2 years for this fucking game. And reportedly it was set to come out in 15 days.
Right, yeah. End of March.
And now
we play the waiting game.
I want to play it. I don't want to play a waiting game. I want to play the game.
The waiting game sucks. Let's play Hungry Hungry Hippos.
Yeah, I saw it and then I didn't get to it. Here, I'll bring up this one. It says, haven't enjoyed a wrestling game since
SmackDown versus Raw 2009. Wow.
Yeah.
I was confused because SVW, and I was like, Raw doesn't start with the W. Or maybe
Well, that's
it's
what it meant.
silent.
SVR.
SmackDown
Maybe that's
versus
not what he meant.
Raw. SmackDown versus Raw.
War is Raw.
Anyways, he's eventually going to do a series where he plays the game in chronological order of release up until the WWE 2010 series. I probably am kind of in your boat. I haven't enjoyed a wrestling game since fucking WCW versus NWO World
Revenge.
Tour and Revenge, and that era, the THQ games, because of course they eventually did WWE games, and still THQ was the same fucking engine,
Right.
and I liked those, which is why I'm looking forward to the AEW game because it's reportedly more in those veins. I don't like the modern games because they're too much based on memorize a secret of button presses. And the old ones were really simple. You had a button that's for grappling, a button that's for punching, a button that's for throwing.
Well, I mean, to be fair, you do have that in these ones
To be
too.
fair,
To be fair,
One's just a light
fair.
grapple, one's a strong grapple, one's a light kick, one's
see,
a
no, this is one button was grapple. If you press and hold, it became a strong grapple. So it's all about how long you pressed it. Same with the punch. Press light one quickly for a regular punch. Press longer for a long punch. Push in a direction, and so it was all based on what direction you push at the time you press the button, what move you did.
Yep. No, I know. They decided to get more complex with it, but for
And
sure.
and that fucking sucks. They get more complex, right? I don't play Mortal Kombat for a reason because I suck at it. That's beside the point.
I would suggest that my favorite of all time is WWE Superstars, the arcade style game with 8 characters, including Honky Tonk. That was a fun fucking game. I spent a lot of money on that game. A lot of money on that game. Stupid amounts of money on that game.
All in the form of quarters.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, probably dollar bills turned into tokens that became, but they were effectively quarters.
Yes.
Because every
Back then
arcade
it was
moved to
actually
tokens.
quarters. So, anyway, if you want to play another fun game, I do have one more.
We'll do another quick
40.
fun game.
Okay.
Now we've got Necro here.
So this game, this is the third one that I didn't mention. This game, the one that isn't singing, by the way. This game is currently it is award season, as we all know, and the Oscars were on Sunday. That's where actually Smarks and I assumed you was watching the Oscars and cheering on your favorite movies that you had no clue you'd never watched. And probably weren't going to watch. In fact, that's what this game's about.
And cheering on Short Round.
In short round, yeah.
I did watch everything everywhere all at once, technically.
No time for love, Dr. Jones. We got to go.
So here's the interesting game. I'm going to play with that. The last, say 15 years or so, barring maybe Birdman, there has not been a best movie winner that most people would watch more than once. Most people will watch it one time, and it may even go in their library and be put away. So, since we already did a Hall of Fame one, I want you each to pick 5 Hall of Famers that are kind of who the fuck is this?
5
There
Hall
you
of
go.
Famers that you'd watch once and put in your
Yeah,
collection.
you just kind of put it away. 5 WWE Hall of Famers that you kind of... okay, yeah, I suppose that sort of makes sense. The challenge, we'll call it the Bob Backlund challenge, because realistically, you're probably not going back and rewatching a whole lot of Bob Backlund stuff.
Okay. So I need a quick clarification. If
Okay.
they are a Hall of Fame as part of a tag team, can I include just one member?
Sure.
Okay.
They're in the Hall of Fame. Like, Stevie Ray is in the Hall of Fame and is only in as a member of Harlem Heat. No, because NWO did not induct the larger group. So,
Yeah.
yes. Stevie Ray's only in as Harlem Heat.
Because I'm going to say something that's going to piss a lot of people off.
I was just trying to give an example. Necro, I would watch Bob Backlund, but most people would not go back and watch Bob Backlund.
Yeah.
I would watch the throw in the towel match 50 times.
I'm going to piss a bunch of people off when I say
That was
I
with
could-
Brett, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can take or leave Jim Neidhart. So
Holy shit.
It's dirty.
I thought you were going with Hogan or something like that, but at the end of the day, most people would not throw Hogan out of the Hall of Fame.
Yep.
But I can see where Neidhart is not.
I could honestly do without Jim Duggan.
Oh,
I really wasn't a fan. I don't know. Maybe it's just
No,
he
you're
was-
good. I mean, you're allowed your opinion. I just don't know that that's all that accurate.
well, here's the deal. I think a lot of it's an era thing.
Yeah.
that could be. Yeah.
Because by the time you started watching wrestling, Jim Duggan was already in his,
Yeah, it was pretty
Victory
much already
laps.
done. Yeah.
you know, live out the rest of his career just based on previous stuff.
I'll get involved in this, and I'll say Vince McMahon Sr.
Well, I mean,
He had about as much an impact as, say, I don't know, Vern Gagne. Like, he was just a territory manager.
yeah, exactly. That makes sense.
And deadbeat dad.
So,
And a deadbeat dad. Jesus, yeah.
am I going to get
It's not a lie. He wasn't there for Vince.
Daddy wasn't there to take me to the fair.
Am I going to get heat for saying Ultimate Warrior?
From a lot of people, you would.
But I also understand it.
That's your disposable, I suppose.
I mean, as long as his theme went to someone else.
This concept.
His entrance theme. That song was fire. I enjoyed that song. I just didn't enjoy him.
You're up.
I could have done without the headbangers.
That's probably pretty legit. That's pretty solid. Is it you're talking headbangers?
Oh, I don't think the headbangers
guys-
were.
No, this is
No, never mind. They weren't even in the Hall of Fame, so neither could the WWE. Dun, 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 dun.
Honestly, I probably could have done without Jeff Jarrett.
That's a fair statement. One
I'm
of the
with
bigger
you, brother.
IC titles. Since I'm hopping in on these, I'm going to give you the person who's in because his son is in the conversation for 20 greatest of all time, but not in the conversation for GOAT. Cowboy Bob Orton.
Yeah, he was past my prime, so I didn't know much about him, so I can't really comment.
I mean, he was earlier than all of our prime, but at the end of the day, the reason he was inducted was because of Randy.
That's fair. No.
Randy. Coco Beware.
Yeah, I could do without any of the racist black guy gimmicks.
Yeah, and just like, have you ever in your life heard someone say, "Oh man, you got to go back and watch that Coco Beware match versus so and so. It's an instant classic." Like seriously, Coco Beware. I'm going to actually do this. Yep, Necro says Vince Senior.
No, yeah, Vince Senior. Fabe was right. I mean, at the end of the day, it was just the territory.
He's just a territory manager.
Yeah.
Coco Beware's highest rated match on Cage Match is 1985 match versus Ric Flair. That's got a 7.4.
Which one are you talking about?
Coco.
Coco Beware. His highest rated match, 7.4
Out of 10.
out of 10. Right? And then the next one.
Those are 5 fantastic ones, except for Hillbilly Jim.
Yeah.
You are correct on all of those, but Hillbilly Jim.
Yeah. Hey, Ambrosia's here. We were swearing a bunch, and then somebody, no, that way. Somebody farther over that way did a no swearing, and so he got all of our fucks and shits out of the road right at the beginning. And no. Anyways, what I was gonna say is Coco Beware's highest rated match, 7.4. The next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of his highest rated matches are all multi-man matches, including Royal Rumbles. And Survivor Series matches, and tag matches. His next highest singles match, according to CageMatch.com, is versus Big Boss Man in 1988, and it's a 4.5.
4.5.
Right.
And this is out of 10.
Out of 10. Yeah, okay. It's not even in the top half of the the rankings. But Royal Rumble from 1990, he was in, gets a 7.17. Not, I'm sure, due to anything he did in it. The Survivor Series from 88. Oh, we just lost DA Fabe. Damn you, Elon. Survivor Series from 88 got a 6.7. Which he was in, as well as Hulk Hogan, Randy Savage, Hillbilly Jim, Hercules, Red Rooster, Big Boss Man, Ted DiBiase, Haku, and Akeem. The Battle Royal in 1987 that included Andre the Giant, Blackjack Mulligan, Butch Reed, Haku, Hillbilly Jim, Hulk Hogan, Lanny Poffo, Nikolai Volkov, Paul Orndorff, Sika, Tama, and the Honky Tonk Man. Right? Survivor Series elimination from 1990 that also included Bret Hart, Dusty Rhodes, Jim Neidhart, Greg Valentine, Ted DiBiase, the Honky Tonk Man, and The Undertaker. Royal Rumble from 1989, which included Andre the Giant, Arn Anderson, Big John Studd, Brutus Beefcake, Butch.
Royal Rumble shouldn't count, though.
Greg Valentine. Well, that's my point is it gets a high rating because of all of these stars in it. Hulk Hogan, Mr. Perfect, Randy Savage, Rick Martel, Shawn Michaels, Ted DiBiase, Big Boss Man, Honky Tonk Man, the Warlord. Right back there. Right back there. Everything right there. The Warlord. The Royal Rumble match from 1993, which included even Yokozuna in there.
Nice.
Yes, Necro, and that's the one that got his top rating. Continental Wrestling Association, Coco Beware versus Ric Flair. That's literally his best work. His best single match.
Hey, Elon let you back.
Yeah, Elon decided to let you back in.
Nice.
I had to go talk to his competition, Verizon. So I'm using my cell phone.
Your smelly phone. So, anyways, but fuck yeah. I want to bring this up because Necro had no mascaras in his list. And Mil Mascara is literally a legend in lucha, and so that's the only reason he's in. But like you say, regular WWE fans are like, "Who's Mil
Who the fuck
Mascara?
is this? Right.
Who the fuck is this?" The same with Carlos Colon Sr. And frankly, in terms of WWE fans,
He's probably only there because of
this guy here. There's only
Right.
one reason in terms of
Rock.
WWE fans that this guy's in the Hall of Fame, and that reason is the guy who presented it and inducted him in.
That's it.
Also, importantly, at the same time as the other guy who's only in there for this reason got inducted in, and that's Soul Man Rocky Johnson. Same year, 2008,
Yep.
both by The Rock, and the only reason they're in there is because of The Rock. Necro has a soft spot for Coco, though. Like I said, for me, yeah, whatever. Like, yeah.
I think it's just the whole racist gimmicks too, though. Like even like Junkyard Dog too. I
See, the
would
thing
maybe
is,
say something.
Yeah, you can say what you want about Junkyard Dog. I'm not saying Rocky Johnson wasn't good, Necro. I'm saying the only reason he's in the fucking Hall of Fame is because of his son.
Right.
Right? Because WWE in the WWE Hall of Fame. That's the important thing to point out. This is not the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame. This is the WWE Hall of Fame. And in terms of the WWE or WWF, he was in it for 3 years. And that's it. And that was in the early mid 80s.
Right. Because he had his own promotion too, no, or something.
And in terms of WWF, he was a tag team champion one time with Tony Atlas, and that's it. And so that's my thing. The only reason he's in the WWE Hall of Fame is because of his son. Now, if you want to talk about Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame, sure, he's in there, but that's why I say Coco Beware for me is because I'm like.
His last match was in WWE. Was in 1985. Rocky Johnson defeats Ted Grizzly in 2 minutes and 56 seconds.
Did we fill all the spots in this, or are we still going? I can't remember.
No, because JLB still has one right after you. That was third. That was your third one.
You guys might not agree with me
Just
on
try to
this,
get us
but
to 2 hours, bud.
Sergeant Slaughter.
I would wholeheartedly disagree with you on that one.
Yeah. Okay.
I would as well, if only for this. And this is where I understand where you're coming from. Because you're young enough to have not been brought up on the G.I. Joe cartoon show in the mid 80s. And I'm going to be frank with you. Sergeant Slaughter appearing on the G.I. Joe cartoon show
That must have been badass.
is half of the reason I gave a crap about WWF at all.
Okay.
Like, in terms of in-ring work, I agree. He does nothing
Well, that's
for
what
the
I'm.
in-ring work.
That's
I get
what
it.
I was referring to. Yeah.
And so, but for me, there's a whole period of WWF that I do not think gets as popular as it does if it wasn't for Sergeant Slaughter. Now, Hulk Hogan gets the bigger part of this whole thing because he was a cultural zeitgeist moment sort of a thing. But Sergeant Slaughter appearing on G.I. Joe and a bunch of us little 8-year-old kids going, G.I. Joe, who's that guy? Sergeant Slaughter, what's he do? He's a WWF wrestler? I want to watch that. In relation, William the Refrigerator Perry who also appeared on G.I. Joe, and is a celebrity inductee into the WWE Hall of Fame.
Nothing is reliable. Anyway,
Everything
moving
is
forward.
horrible. Everything is crappy when it comes to internet.
I'm gonna
Everything
pop
is
mine out real quick before I
sucky.
lose connection again. And I'm gonna say the guy who's in because he's not in his own sports Hall of Fame, Pete Rose.
Fair.
I can understand that.
Yep.
And I am on the record 100% saying there's no fucking reason you don't put him in the Hall of Fame. I get it. I get what he did was bad. I get the reason you banned him from continuing to be in active involvement with the sport, right?
Right.
But that was like 30 fucking years ago. Number one.
And so you don't put him in the Hall of Fame as a coach. You just put him in as a player.
Yeah, just put him in as a player because you cannot tell me that Pete Rose does not deserve that. He had I'm not like I'm a statistician who has these on the top of my head. I'm 100% on Wikipedia for this. But he had a 303 batting average career, right? 303 is fucking awesome, right? 4,256 total hits, 160 home runs, 1,314 RBIs. As a manager, he had an above 500 total winning thing, which is, it's average. But as a player,
The playoffs a bunch.
playoffs.
They still haven't tried to put him back in from all that?
He last I heard, they had voted to make it an absolute permanent
Time had
ban.
expired.
Yeah, time had expired, and he is unable to petition ever again.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, I mean, Pete Rose.
Yeah, I mean he's went through things, but in 2020, 2020 he petitioned with his lawyers for reinstatement.
Okay, so he
Everything
tried to
is
do something fairly
sucky.
recently. Okay.
Everything is sucky on the internet. Stating his gambling did not affect the outcomes of games. The Hall of Fame's board of directors and the commissioner
Yeah, but the ban
not
was like in
respond.
'89. I'm just super shocked that, like, I get it's a lifetime ban, so that's what it means. It's lifetime.
and then in
whatever, but,
2022
like,
he applied for reinstatement
They said no.
and still didn't hear anything. And so he did get into the Cincinnati Reds Hall of Fame in 2016, though.
Because he deserves it.
Because he fucking deserves it. Yes.
Yeah.
I agree.
But he doesn't deserve to be in for taking a tombstone from Kane.
No,
Yeah.
definitely not. I could have done without. Yeah.
I mean, if that's the only qualification, there's a lot of people who deserve to be in the Hall of Fame now.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'm pretty sure Shane Helms should be in the Hall of Fame.
Let's just do one more round.
One more round of someone who shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame but is. Okay.
That's not what it really is. It's everybody's gonna forget them.
Yes. So they're not in the Hall of Fame anymore.
Yeah.
One more round, huh?
Oh, somebody's gonna hate me for this
I
one.
think I can get somebody here.
Somebody's
for it.
gonna hate me for this. Superfly.
Ooh. Fucking murder. I mean, that's That's what you're legitimately talking.
Yeah. Get him out. Get him gone. Never, if he didn't exist, there'd be one more person alive on this planet.
Oh. Or
I mean-
probably other people. I mean, we only
yeah.
know of one because
Theoretically, at least one.
This might sound weird, but they didn't entirely do much for WWF. And since this is a WWE, WWF Hall of Fame, I would go with the Von Erichs. Because they were more of a territory thing, no?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't like that one. I don't like that one. People will remember the Von Erichs for a long, long time.
Yeah, but not in WWE. They'll remember their work for the territory stuff. Because I don't think they were in the WWE for that long, technically. Here.
Oh, Stevie Ray is in by himself. So he's in there twice.
Who is?
Who?
Stevie Ray.
No.
Oh, is he?
He's not
Stevie
in by
Ray.
himself.
No. He's with Booker.
2019.
Harlem Heat.
2019.
I think they inducted him separately, it looks like on this page, but maybe they...
Nope.
maybe
According to
they
this, it was inducted as Harlem Heat because that's the year that Harlem Heat went in. As a group.
2019 Harlem Heat.
And then prior to that, Booker T had gone in as a solo, and Stevie Ray was the one who did the induction. 2013, Booker T went in. Stevie Ray inducted him, but Stevie Ray is not in by himself.
I am... So you've done yours, JLB?
Yep, Von
Von
Erichs.
Erichs.
Yep.
I am torn between two for this last one. And so I'm going to put Tide. Oh!
Who?
Shit. Medusa is in. Deborah Maselli. I fucked up earlier.
It's okay.
Fuck up.
I don't care.
Anyway. Sorry. So my tie is the Great Khali,
Oh, that's fair.
who we will all forget at some point.
We definitely will.
And
Yep.
we won't forget him, but I don't know that he brought that much to the game other than Vince McMahon getting a shaved head, and that is Donald Trump.
Yeah,
Nobody's gonna-
no, that's fair.
He won't let us forget him.
Right.
I will also put an honorable mention to Drew Carey.
Aw.
Yeah. For climbing out of the ring in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, he did one thing, and
And then he eliminated himself.
and then gets into the Hall of Fame. Nah.
I mean, Kid Rock just did a theme song, and he got into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, well, I
Mind
wouldn't put
you,
him in there either.
And I mean, mind you, he did that song before it was even meant for the Undertaker, and they just used it. And they're like, "Hey, Kid Rock, you're."
He then performed at another WrestleMania, I believe.
Did he? Okay, maybe. Yeah.
I'm not remembering offhand. I think it was later he performed. I mean, he still fucking sucks, so.
That's fair. Yep.
Yeah, anyways. We made it to 2 hours, so DFA got his wishes. And
Oh, he's already gone again. God damn it, Elon.
no, he's there, but he's on audio only because it saves him some bandwidth and might allow him to stick
That's fair.
around. But we'll go ahead and
Doing
start
everything I
wrapping
can.
things up. Yep. we'll go ahead and start wrapping things up.
Holy
I
snap.
will say I did on Sunday afternoon actually see a movie in the movie theaters.
Did you
which
scream
is-
6 times?
I did indeed. Well, I did not scream, but it was Scream 6. And it was a perfectly cromulent movie. Perfectly cromulent. I'm not going to give any spoilers.
Star Trek villains, the Romulans.
No, that's the Cardassians. You know, they got that E show, Keeping Up with the Cardassians. Necro's got a good idea. Maybe we'll raid the sumo for a bit. Give them a few views, and then we all got to go to bed, so we might not stay there for too long. But that means I got to figure out how to do this whole thing.
So we're gonna raid somebody.
Yes. So yes,
Who we raiding?
we are going to raid the sumos. I just got to figure out how to fucking do it.
What's their name?
So I might not be. I'll excuse my lack of vocabulary, but perfect cromulent means what exactly?
I mean, it's aight.
It's
There's nothing wrong with it at all. It's perfectly good.
Aside from it not even being in fucking Woodsboro anymore, it's in fucking New York. I mean, that's kind of a fucking issue.
That made it decent. Yeah, go ahead and tell me his name, Necro. I said I'll do it. I still have to figure out how to. 'Cause there's
You have to
here somewhere.
slash. No, it's slash raid and then the person's name, space person's name.
So, what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to do the sign off and play the outro music, and then do slash raid. And God damn it, I'm out. I'm out of liquid, Nerdvana. I'm out of liquid. I can't hydrate, Ambrosia. I didn't see him, but I can't do it.
There you go. Drink. There's got to be a drop there somewhere.
I'm drinking on my end. It's so drinky. Oh, drinks.
Okay. So anyway, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap
Jesus
things
Christ.
up, and then we're
Are
gonna
you
raid.
sure you're drinking there, Fabe?
And then we're gonna raid for a bit, and then we're all probably gonna go fairly soon because we all got to work tomorrow, I'm sure. But we're gonna go ahead and raid Midnight Sumo, which is an apt name for someone who's streaming sumo wrestling right now. So before we go, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the podcast. Click that little follow button if you're on Twitch to do all of that stuff. Subscribe to us. If you're an Amazon Prime member, you can subscribe for free. That helps us out all right. And then make sure to share it with your friends. Check out our merch store. Support us in all the other ways with bits and with donations and buying merch, and all of that stuff is a great way to do it. You can follow me on all of the social medias at Raw and Order WBU, just like it says down there, or at Pissant Podcast on Facebook, because that's the easier way to find me there. They're weird. You can follow DA Fabe at
DA Vincent K. Fabe on Twitter. That's it.
Sit too.
Just that.
And you can follow your boy at twitch.tv
Yes.
/JLBTLC25, where you will see me probably stream WWE 2K23 a lot more. Little bit of the showcase mode, little bit of the My Rise mode, little bit of my faction, because that's kind of my go-to. And a little bit of whatever you would like me to do on the new WWE 2K23. If you haven't gotten it yet, I will be doing that on there. Twitch.tv /JLBTLC25. And you can catch me on Twitter at JLB420. And that is all.
That's it. But thanks to
awesome.
everyone who joined us. Like I said, if you're on here, stick around because we're going to go raid Midnight Sumo and watch a little bit of sumo wrestling before we all go to bed. But stick around here for that. Thank you all for joining us. We will see you soon. Thanks, Necro. Thanks, Ambrosia. Deuces.
So do I have to go separate?
Yeah, I'm not sure if we are still broadcasting. We should be rating now.
We're not rating right now, but you're still broadcasting.
I do not know what's going on.
I'll just go separate.
Yep, that's fine. We'll head on over there. I don't know how this rating's working. It's weird. I don't know what's going on. Maybe if I end broadcast.